Welcome over to Automotive World, everyone. I am your host, Vinny Mr., and we have some pricing for the 2025 BMW Competition X-Drive. This is going to be one of those fun articles that we do. Obviously, not everybody is in the market for BMW M3. I'm not either, but it's always good to cover something like this. We do have some price increases. Obviously, we do have some horsepower increases as well, being 20 extra horses, which is going to cost us an extra $1,000. But let's get into the full pricing that we have here. And what we have here is an update. This is not a full redesign. This is just a mid-cycle update. So we do have a little bit of redesigned headlights. There are going to be some interior tweaks. Obviously, with the all-wheel drive competition model being the X-Drive, it is going to be all-wheel drive. Really, really cool to see that. BMW does a really amazing all-wheel drive that really is developed for sports cars. I mean, you are able to drift with it. I mean, they really do when it comes to, on the track and things like that. They do one of the best all-wheel drives for that. In terms of output, we're going to have 523 horsepower with 479 pound-feet of torque. The horsepower output did go up by 20. The torque is the same. It is unchanged. And honestly, it's still a really good amount of power for this car. And that's obviously going to give us a 0 to 60 time of 3.4 seconds. So definitely this thing is fast. Is it Bugatti territory? Absolutely not. But this thing is definitely fast. This is a proper car. Proper track day car. Really, really fun. Coming down here, we do have one picture of the interior. The interiors always usually look pretty good. This one is pretty minimal here. We do have some physical buttons on the steering wheel. We do have the classic, we've got big screen, knob down here. Looks like we've got like some touch capacitive buttons. I'm not really too big of a fan, and then looks like we might also have some up here as well. Pretty minimal interior, but then again, you're not really buying this car to be a luxury car. So even though the interior, honestly, for the price that we're going to see, probably isn't on par, because there's probably a lot of cars that are cheaper than this that have a better interior. You got to understand, this is the X-Drive, and it's the competition one. This is made to be at the track. This is not made to be a luxury car, or really even necessarily a comfortable car. And honestly, it looks pretty good. I'm still not really the biggest fan of these huge grills like that. I prefer the older squared styles, but I don't think it looks bad at all. The back looks great, and I think it looks pretty decent, honestly. Coming to the interior, we do have some physical buttons up here. We've got some knobs here. Really nice looking wheel. And then we do have some buttons here that are touch capacitive. Not my favorite, especially too in this gloss and all that. This is just going to get scratched up and dusty super easily. Good gear shifter here, and we've got all the controls that you could usually need. Park view and all that, parking, brake, and your driving modes. You're going to control your infotainment system from that knob there. We've got some storage over here, carbon fiber right here. We've got another view of the interior right here. Like I said, this is an M3. This is the competition pack. It's all-wheel drive. This is made to be at the track, so obviously we can see in the seats. These seats are going to be for going to the track. They are going to be to save weight. Like I said, this is not a car that is made to be comfortable and luxurious. Do not be expecting that. That is not what this vehicle is for. We can see the carbon fiber on the seats here. Really cool vehicle though. I've always loved the M3s. I've always thought they were the great sweet spot. The M3s and the M5s. I didn't really see the other point of other M cars, but M3s and M5s I've always been a fan of. And let's get down to the most important part, because we can see here the older numbers, and we can see here just other numbers that from BMW. But let's get down to the most important part, which is the pricing. So we've got our 2024 pricing here versus our 2025 pricing. Both of these include destination fee, and we will notice not only did the vehicles obviously go up, but the destination pricing went up. So the old destination pricing used to be $995, so just under $1,000, which is actually really, really good for a vehicle. That's this. There's so many other vehicles that are cheaper than this, like $20,000, $30,000 that have a higher destination fee. For 2025, that destination fee is going to jump up to $1,175. So a really solid, over $200, pretty much $200 jump there. The old M3 started at $76,995 with the destination fee. The new one's going to be $77,175. The M3 competition used to be $81,195. The new one is $81,375. And then the Competition X Drive used to be $85,295. The new one is going to be $86,475. So we can actually see the vehicle actually didn't really go up too much. There was a few trims that, it may have gone up by about $100 or so, but most of what it looks like, most of the increased price is actually just because of the destination fee. It's actually not because of the vehicle itself, which is really, really interesting. Just some more stats too. I mean, it's really, really interesting to see that. Some more stats on the vehicle as well. Like I said, obviously these aren't going to be with tax tag and title, things like that. You are still going to get it in either the 6-speed manual or the dual clutch. You are going to get, different type of brake options and things like that. They do have on other models as well the increased output from the S58 twin turbo charged 3-liter straight 6. Which is going to do 473 horsepower and 503 horsepower respectively. All three top out at 155 miles per hour. Buyers, however, though, can buy the optional M Driver package, which does take that limiter off, and you can go up to 180 miles per hour. BMW's been doing this for a long time. German car makers have been doing this for a long time. Most people who are buying this car have been doing this for a long time, whether they've either been buying the M package or whether they're like myself and they have chip tuned their cars and done a lot of ECU changes, and so we would do it that way. But there are ways to get over that and take off what we call speed limiters. Most German companies call governors, speed governors. So there are ways to take those off. Just other details as well. We do get some new LED headlights, new M3 badges outlined on the trunk lid. Just some more stuff about the actual LEDs themselves. Turn signals, daytime running lights. Really, really interesting to see that. We're going to get some new wheels. BMW is going to offer the M leather steering wheel in Alcantara, which is cool to see that. Revised spokes. We've just got some little things. We've got, some little things with the infotainment software. New version 8.5. They say that's going to simplify the controls for the automatic climate system. I'm not sure how complicated they were before, but simplification is good, especially when they're going to give you a little knob to control everything. In terms of when this will go on sale, the sedan will go on sale in July. BMW says the M3 and the M3 Competition carry the same MSRP as 2024 models, but as we can see here, the automaker did increase that destination charge. So most of the vehicle increase for most of these vehicles has actually really just been from the destination fee. It's actually really not even the vehicle. The MSRP of them have stayed the same for the M3 and the M3 Competition. The automaker, like I said, they increased it from $995 to $1,175. The new car is going to start at that $77,175 and $81,375 respectively. The M3 Competition, obviously that's a package that is $1,000 more before starting price and things like that. That is going without with updated destination fee, without tax, tag, title, dealer markups and things like that, and any other options that you choose. That is going to be $86,475. So the M3 has for a very long time been going up in price. It's still a really cool car. I've always loved the M3, but it has gotten really expensive. But the M3 is now a $77,000 to honestly $90,000 car. It has become very, very expensive. It's a cool car, but a lot of people used to think, back then for that price you might as well get a Jaguar or even an Aston Martin Vantage when you're kind of in that territory. But the M3 has crawled up in price. Like I said, this time it has gone up in price, but it's really actually not the car's fault. It's because they are charging on the destination fee more. I would love to know why BMW has increased the destination fee. It's a bit interesting. They don't say as to why they've done that, but that is really the main reason for these vehicles getting a higher price tag. That is honestly going to do it for now. Let me know what you guys think of this. I've always been an M3 fan. Let me know what you think. Is this something you'd consider? Do you like this vehicle? Were you priced out of it? Do you think the prices are just ridiculous? Or do you think this vehicle honestly just doesn't, especially for the price that they're asking, it doesn't make sense anymore? Let me know what you guys and girls think down below in the comments. That is going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone.